So I lost everything whenever I did that. I unplugged um my USB port hub. I mean, and yeah, well, it was a port, obviously. Well, the port I didn't unplug. Anyway, shut up. Anyways, so uh, so the farmhouse, circa I arrived in 2002. Uh, 17 years old. We're having a good time. I mean, yeah, I was still in high school. We are having a good time. So we had remember James is like talking about music and stuff, talking about rap, rap. I don't know, sometimes whatever. And we had this 8 track recorder, and so we had we did our own studio. We did our own thing, whatever. It was fun, you know. Um, not some of that content was terrible, but we were kids, having fun, learned a lot. Music is an art form, right? So it's like it's a form of expression. Sometimes we need art um as that way to express our thoughts and our feelings. And it's a form of therapy. It is. Music is, um art in general is and can be a form of therapy. And you know um I use it. I use it all the time. I use writing as a form of therapy. Um, it is an art form. Anyway, so I was talking about before I got cut off, and so I jumped over. I was doing a bunch of tests on my other side. Um, I'm just kind of getting it set up for the living room. I have the second one set up over there, and it sounds good too. I was doing it. I was checking it out. And I was sitting here thinking about, back in the days of farmhouse days, back in 2000, two was whenever I met James. 2003. Um, yeah, it was 2002. Um, and so I was just thinking about equipment wise and as far as setting up, and I've always wanted to have a studio, and it's like I'm not saying this is like a studio, saying look, Josh Franklin, homeboy's got a studio. um, um, uh, he's got a studio. Like he's real. He's a real producer. He's a very talented musician, very talented. Uh, but anyways, I've always been around. I've been fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of very talented individuals, men and women, a lot of musicians throughout my entire life. It's really cool. I've been related to a bunch. I've hung around a bunch. Grew up with a bunch. Um, I just suck. I'm better at the technical side with the sound and stuff. I think I can be. I think I can be. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the 8 track recorder at the farmhouse, um, going out into the camper. Gosh, uh, uh, Bob and Karen, man, rest their souls. No, man, I hope they're having a grand old time up there with Jesus. Honestly, you know, not resting. I hope they're having a grand time, dude. For real, honestly. So that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I hope. Like, hope we all get. I can't even. I went almost 5 minutes without talking about it. That's all right though. Um, 8 track recorder. Oh yeah, farmhouse. This is how my mind. Anyway, so we had this guy in the studio one time. His name is one of those little rappers. You know, it's like little drive by. Dude, it was crazy. And we're out in the middle of we're on Highway 67. outside of Graham, Texas. We're out in the middle of freaking boonies, bro. Anyway, this dude, he's I guess little person or dwarf is the proper term. I shouldn't laugh about it, but anyways, I don't think you can find those. I hope you can't find those recordings anywhere. Um, I think it's safer if it just stays a legend. But um, I don't know. Just sitting here thinking about it. And I talked to Mike and I talked to James. It's been a minute. Um, since it's been like all three of us, one conversation or like in person. Um, I don't know. We've all changed, and it's really cool watching us grow and change because these are guys that no matter uh where I was in my own personal life, they were like, okay, Sam's doing his thing wherever, and that was it. And then whenever I removed my head from my butt, or even whenever I hadn't, it was still like, okay, you know, um, I don't know. It's nice. It's very nice that we can all be adults. Here we are in 2023, 20 freaking years later, 20 years later. Um, that we can all be in different parts in our lives, and we do have things that keep us separated, whether it be distance or scheduling or whatever. Um, it doesn't keep us from still checking in and still having good conversation, because I actually do. We seem to actually care about each other, and we want each other to do well in each other's lives, and I want to have them on the channel, um, you know, for whatever, even if it's just a talk or if it's just a BS around. I would, I have an open. I hope I want to extend an invitation, to Michael Crane and James Murrah, um, and also Jack. You've got an open invitation. My brother Jack also has an open invitation, as well as Mr. Matthew Garrett, who I don't know. I've been setting up. I've been testing setting up with him in mind in the idea because I like him. I like having him there to talk. He likes to talk. And we see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, and I don't know, he views things differently than me on some things, and we've been through some stuff together, and he's very supportive. And so yeah, so that's who would be sitting there. I had the camera set up, and then I moved it, and I lost it. But I remember even being um a, a young kid, having the video camera. This is a shout out um to my cousin Ryan, and then also to my high school friend. Um he was my best friend in high school, Brandon Brooker. Uh Fantabulous drummer, awesome musician. Um Ryan's an excellent musician too. He's a great singer. Um he's got a deal out Vibrancy on, you can find it on YouTube, Instagram. Um he's out of Oklahoma City right now. Um Last I heard Brandon was I don't know where Brandon is. But anyways, so this goes back to whenever I was a kid. This whole idea of getting in front of a camera. So um it doesn't really matter if whatever. I know like 11 people are gonna watch it, so that's cool. And that's all right. Um so like I was saying, this goes back. This is a shout out to all the way back. Like I said, the farmhouse. it's hard to think about the farmhouse and not think about um our brother Levi. um Passed away shortly, not too long ago. um his passing really was kind of what was an inspiration to start recording stuff and just being like, you know what, there's no reason not to do this, you know. um I don't know why. It was just, I don't know. Life is short. We hear it, you know. And I think it's just been some things have been going on, and it's just really showing for me. So it's like I don't know, I'm taking this. I don't, it's not that I'm taking anything seriously. I'm enjoying my life. I'm having a good time. I'm getting to do things that I enjoy right now. It's amazing. I spend all day with my son. Like, being this dad, like, it's freaking amazing. I love it. It's I don't know. I It seems like if I focused on anything else, it's like my God, my relationship with my God. I'm not saying no. It's my relationship with my God, my relationship with my son, and then everything else just kind of starts falling in line. You know, I'm active. With the House of Mercy. Um, I sell vape juice. So I do some of that on the side. Um, I don't know, man. It's just really good right now. God's giving me a chance to, like, appreciate it, and I don't want to mess it up. So it's like, what's not messing it up? What does that look like? You know, it's okay to be still. Learning how to be still. Um, for me, learning how to be still. It's one thing to be still, because some people are like, shoot, dude, I can sit, I can do jack shit, I can sit, I can do that. It's like, okay, it's more than just sitting and doing jack shit. It's about sitting and growing also at the same time, because whenever we think about it, there's so much that we can go back and try to relearn or work on, or sharpen, you know, little skills, communication things, you know, working on our relationships with people, you know, whether it's, with um wives, husbands, that kind of relationship, whether it's between children, between your parents, um, friends, um, brothers and sisters, church brothers and sisters. Sometimes it's hard to forgive people. I used people as an excuse, to run away from God, to walk away from God, to choose to escape from God. I chose people. And that was a good excuse for me. And a lot of people will buy it, and a lot of people will agree with it because they want to use the same excuse. It's the truth. It's a really good excuse, and a lot of people agree with it. And it's an easy one to use. Um, screw that dude. He's a manipulator, whatever. And then he gets caught doing it and is caught in the act, stealing and embezzling money. It's like it's a legit criminal charge, and it happens. And it's like, see, there you go. And I felt like, for me, it was verification for my bullshit story, for my excuse. And it took me a minute to get the nuts to just run with it. But after you lose yourself into the psychosis of being on drugs, um, you don't care. You stop caring, you know? And then it's like, you think you care, but even that's not really caring. It's this altered form. You know, it's a very, very perverted form. Very perverted form. It still takes a while, even after you get off of your substances. It still takes a while to get that mindset. If you don't change that mindset, if you don't change it, you know, it has to change. Has to. Um, the best change that I've experienced has been, over the last couple of years, and it hasn't been perfect by any means. It's because I'm not perfect by any means, you know, and the people that I surround myself with, they're not perfect either, but we all have a common goal, and we're striving for this goal every single day. And I'm sorry if I just shook everything. Just kicked my feet back and started to get comfortable. Looked up, saw the screen was shaking. Um. Anyways, so here we are. 20 years. 20 years have gone by since my first times at the farmhouse, and in the in the camper, in the RV, in the camper, um, with the little box. I'm trying to remember the brand. Was it Sony or something? I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember. Some little box. Anyways, little DJX box. That's you. If you look that up, you'll find it. Anyway, uh, us rapping over that stuff. Oh, dude. Anyways, we progressed, right? I moved to the city. I started hanging around a bunch of DJs, picked up a little bit, brought it back, started spread a little bit of that. What little bit of knowledge I had, you know. Um, Shout out to the no, I'm not gonna shout out that scene. It was a bad. Look, I met some really good people there. I met some really good people, and I met some really terrible people. I became a really terrible person. I experienced some really good times, and I was a really good person at sometimes. But it was a very strange time. Um, I was like 19. I was 20, 19, 20 years old. Freaking kid, right? But anyway, so I got in with some DJs and stuff, and in the Dallas club scene, and hung out with them, and picked up a couple things. Learned how to use some software. Upgraded to the 2000s. It was pretty cool. You know, and now it's like I got music playing on my cell phone. Running to I don't know, dude. Ah, man, dude. It's like I don't even look at the production side of it right now, like as far as creation on my end. I don't even care about that right now as far as me creating it. I like hearing what's out there. There's a lot of good stuff that's out there, and I like hearing that. But as far as me creating, I don't have to worry about that. Like I'm not even writing I'm not even writing real songs or anything right now. Um I don't know. I'm having fun. What everything's being recorded through. And it didn't play that sound. Now, if I'd have played it on my phone, which is connected to the sound card, then you would have heard it. Now we heard it. We heard it. It played back, but it didn't record it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, if it didn't record that, but it records, it's saying no effect or it's saying pop or pro, I think is what it said. It was freaking pro. Or if it tells if you hear it go A and B major or B minor or B or as it shifts through the freaking keys, getting to G for the auto. Yeah, I use auto tune for that. Do you think I can sing? Ah, ah, I know what tunes I can carry real low and real slow, and then the rest of them, I'm like, I don't even try. You know, I'm stupid. I do the stuff that I know that I can do with my voice. I'm not trained, and I'm almost 40 years old. I'm fully aware of what my voice sounds like. I've been f- in front of a microphone many, many, many times. So I know how I know how bad it sounds right now. So think I care? Nope. Um, do I still want you to like and subscribe to my channel? Well, yeah, of course. Will I be hurt if you don't? No, nobody else does. Whatever, it's cool. um, Main thing is whenever if anything happens to me is my son has access to this hard drive. Uh, really, that's it. um, and everyone else, uh, he is my first, thought as far as that goes. But whatever. So, so this is whatever. I'm trying. He he called me out on it today. I said he said that's a bad word. Don't say that. I said you don't say that. I'm working on it, Rustin. I'm working on it. I've been working. I'm doing good. He doesn't ever hear me say the F word. Like that does not happen. Um, maybe once. You know, I don't know. In almost 4 years, maybe once. I don't know, but definitely, mm, yeah. So he's calling me out on saying. So I'm working on it. So I guess call me out on saying. Trying to decide if I want to edit this one like I did the one with. I edited episode or cut three. It's one episode. It's just four different cuts. I edited cut three different for our episode with Matt. I put in some censor beeps, and I want to know like a legit question. If you've lasted this far, which I doubt very many people will have. There might be a couple. So I'm gonna ask a question. Would you rather to not hear the censor bleeps or just drop, or is it funny whenever? I think it works funny. I think it's comical when it's the right timing. If it's a bunch, I'm just gonna drop it. I'm just gonna drop it. But if it's like if it the timing works for, that's how I see it. That's how I'm gonna edit this one. But you just let me know. I don't know. I want to know. Golly, I sat down. So it seems like a long, long time ago. And see, like I go to .com, Uncle Sam's Lab, Facebook.com, Uncle Sam's Lab, YouTube.com / at I am Uncle Sam, YouTube.com / at I am Uncle Sam. Sam's Lab name is Uncle Sam's Baby Lab, but the social handles are Uncle Sam's Lab. Got rid of the website. Just on social. Call me.